on with you regarding the few messages that you've been giving on the dismissal page slash my inbox. So obviously, you know, you asked for a dismissal, which is fair enough. Everyone's entitled to do that. And then you obviously messaged me shortly afterwards, questioning about a complaint that you raised with us. So I'm just wondering, obviously, you know, what made you question that? Obviously. Obviously, if you've got proof of this, then obviously you're more than welcome to open a blue ticket in regards to that. What I'm trying to say, sir, is obviously, as you're aware, when a complaint is made, we can't actually discuss it only to the persons involved in the such incident, if that makes sense. Obviously, sorry, what did you say? Right, I mean, I do understand where you're coming from, but you mean you've got to remember there are three of us, and we do review every evidence that's sent to us, and obviously we us three look into it, and obviously if we can't agree with it, we'll always speak to our supervisor. So the reasons why I don't react to posts or evidential things is because it gives false hope to people. If I react like a cross or a tick or a spinny wheel, it might think, oh, something being done about it, and it could be construed into the wrong the way. If that makes sense. Well, that's obviously a discussion. Obviously, myself, Honor, and Tommy have anyway. And like I said before, all evidence is reviewed. And if you could see the amount of threads we actually have currently, it's a bit, quite mad. So, can you give me examples of a lack of communication as you feel, or you've noticed? obviously that's your, your perspective and things like that. I have actually reviewed my body cam. I don't believe I raised my voice incorrectly or anything like that, and I do have my mic settings. But obviously, if you felt like that, I do apologise. Regardless of that, you've raised that to me, so it's something I will work on. Oh, sorry, just bear with Lucy. Could you just pop downstairs, just quickly, please? No worries, thank you. Yeah, yeah, carry on. Sorry. Obviously, if you got any clips of her being aggressive or passive or whatever the terminology you like to call it, then obviously you're more than happy to send it to myself, Honor, or Tommy, and we can review it. And, even have a word with her and see from our perspective. Does that make sense? I mean, yeah, you got a valid point. Obviously, within the faction, we don't actually have to have any generals if we don't want to. Um, at the moment, the rank nines we got is quite manageable, and at the moment, like we've said in our prior conversations, we are not looking for any other rank nines at the moment. That will change, but we need to focus on other things within the faction first to make sure that's all aligned, and people are happy and things like that. Like I said, I hadn't been in that meeting, so I don't know what was discussed. I have actually gone over the notes, but obviously, like he probably said, it will happen, but I don't know when it will happen. Anyway, like I said, at the end of the day, sir, rank eights are uh, at a high rank. And actually, if you look at it logically, rank eights could be doing somewhat more ready to be prepared for rank nine. They could be taking responsibilities. I'm not saying you're not leading by example, but you're very close to rank nine. So use that opportunity while you're on rank eight, learn things, adapt to what other rank nines are behaving and how they're doing things. You know, do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying you as an individual, sir. What I'm trying to say is, as a rank eight, you're getting ready for the next rank, which is a rank nine. You know, where you're getting ready to become that rank. So XP doesn't actually regards to anything within this server. Um, so the higher the ranks you go, it doesn't really matter what how full your XP bar is, whether you're going to get a rank nine suit or not. It's how you behave within the faction, how you support people, how you're impacting others as that particular rank or whatever. Does that make sense? At the end of the day, that would be quite wrong for me to say because everyone behaves differently as their ranks. So you could be doing something absolutely amazing where another rank eight could be doing less. So I couldn't really compare because everyone's very different in different cases. Like like we've previously stated before, everything that we're looking for is on the rank and responsibilities. I don't know on the top of my head exactly that. As there's a lot of requirements for a rank nine. So I can name some of them, but not all of them, unfortunately. Again, that's that would be wrong for me to say because everyone has their own qualities and disadvantages. So it's a case by case. Do you know what I mean? Again, that it wouldn't be right for me to say because I could say something that could offend you, and then you take it the wrong way. So, you know, what you're doing is an absolutely amazing job, and you do everything correct. All I can say is obviously your time will come when you're ready to become a rank nine. We'll obviously have a discussion, when we think people are ready, and when that happens, you'll feel amazing when you get that gen suit and you've been asked to come up the stage. To be honest, I'm. I'm not really happy to discuss that without actually speaking to my other DFGs and FGs, because I'm not making a an assumption on my basis when actually there's three of us in leadership. And that's what's more important, is that we work together and we actually discuss things. Like I said, so you're doing an absolutely amazing job. Just continue doing it. That's all I can encourage you to do. And I'm sure one day you'll become a rank 9, and you'll be very proud of yourself, sir. Like I've said, what you're doing is is an amazing job, and you've got a very busy team, and you've changed a lot within that team, for the greater good. But for me to stand here and say what you want me to say, I don't think that would be very fair or constructive, because, like I said, there's three of us, and we all discuss about potential rank 9s. Like I said, everything you're doing, sir, is absolutely correct. I have no doubt that but like I said, you're doing an amazing job. Just continue doing what you're doing. You know, Not at all, sir. I'm just saying, Hugo, down. Sorry, I was telling my dog to get down off my lap. Don't worry, I don't have Tourette's. Like I said, for me, I haven't got any issue with you. You're leading your department correctly. You're helping others. You're leading by example. So that's plenty enough. Do you not think? It's not always meaning by negative, is it? It could be, I could say something like how I've just spoken, and that said person or people around me say, well, actually, I don't agree with that. And that could be misconstrued. So, like I said, what you're doing is an amazing job. You are a good officer. And that's all I can really say, because I haven't got any faults within what you do as an officer. Do you know what I mean? Or your expectations. No, you have every right to think what you want about me, sir. I'm just saying how it is at the end of the day. Regarding, is there anything else you would like changed? Because obviously we're here to listen to you and your concerns. And, like I said earlier in our messages, I'm slightly concerned. Obviously, you have got some valid points that you want to raise. So it's your chance to speak to your DFG so things can be actioned when we have a meeting. No, what I said, sir, was there are three in the leadership, so anything you do say would be used as a general feedback, and I would then tell the others, and we would have a discussion about people's points or views so we can change things.
All good.
Yeah. Whoa.
Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute.
I need to tend to my man.